Hey everybody, Richard RM Autodiag, and today we're having a quick look at a 2008 Polo with the steering light on. Right, so it's raining outside. There's my wet van, and I don't want to really get too wet, so we're going to try and get through this one pretty quick. Since this latest snap-on update, VW code scans not good on older ones. Anyway, I have just clicked on a few of these. Now obviously I was interested in the steering assist, and it is separated because it's got the separate pump under the bonnet. Now I just get the constant round in circles, and then it just says no communication. I'll show you. So you just get that, the little line goes round, 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 and then it says no comm. Now on this vehicle, the customer has changed the pump for another one because they said that the fuse in the side fuse box was blowing, and obviously that's the little fuse in there will be for like the module side of the pump, and then there's a big fuse under the bonnet as well. So if we go to information, if it will go on focus. There we go. So we're a Polo that. 6 valve. That's all us. Right. So we want electrics. We won't go to the diagram yet. Right, so engine compartment fuses. So FL5 50 amp strip fuse under the bonnet on top of the battery. So we can check that. Don't expect there's anything wrong with it, but we can check it anyway. Then we want passenger compartment, and the fuse that's blowing is 7 up here. So if we look at 7, we do have some other stuff on that. So oil level and temperature sensor, power steering control unit, crankcase heater. Crankcase heaters go wrong sometimes, short out. That's relatively, I wouldn't say common, but I've seen it on cars before. Right, let's get the diagram, have a look what we talked about on this pump. Steering suspension, continue, control unit. So you get that crappy little diagram, straight to extended. I want to see the full picture. So we can see our SB2, yes, it's a 7 there. That's our big 50 amp there. That's our control unit, can high and low, and that's the rate of rotation sensor on the bottom of the column, and an earth there, all those pins. This is the fuse that's blowing. So if we disconnect the plugs on the pump, and then we'll see if the fuse still blows and see if they've got a dodgy pump or we've got an issue elsewhere on something else on the circuit, which I'm guessing we probably do. After they've tried another pump, you'd be fairly unlucky to put 2 pumps in. So we'll check that fuse first. Right, so blown fuse in there, you see it's different. And got a meter set up, a meter test light, lights up. So that's all good. You can see the top of the, so they've had the battery out, you can see the top of the, where you fill up the pump there. I'm going to crawl underneath and disconnect it, and then we'll see if the fuse still blows. Right, well, with all that disconnected on the power steering pump, the fuse still blows. So, junk. As I've done on videos before, I'm going to put in I can put in the right one. Right, bulb in there, that's showing us short. So what we're going to do next is we'll have a look under the bonnet and we'll see what's what. So we are looking for crankcase heater. So it's crankcase breather there. That goes under there. Alright, we'll have a bit of poking around. The other one was an oil level sensor. Are they there? Down the bottom here, next to the crank pulley. So our wiring comes up. Up. Oh dear. Is that it? Look at that on the back of that pulley. Hang on. Let me stop it a minute and get a torch. Can you see that a bit better now? That is our wiring. Goes down the back to the sensor down the bottom there. We are definitely rubbing on a pulley. Go on. In fact, yeah, we've gone all the way through there. If I move that away, has my light gone out? Oh yeah, we've done something, it's flashing on and off. Right, I'm going to pull all that wiring out a minute off camera. Sure you don't need to see it, and we'll have a look at these brakes. Right, so that's our mess of wiring. That's the pulley it was rubbing on, and now our bulb is out. So let's get a new fuse. Pop that in there if we can. And it didn't sound like it was blowing straight away. We still have a power steering light. I don't suppose we have a blowing fuse. I didn't reconnect the pump. I didn't reconnect the pump. We can just double check here. This fuse was blown before. Yeah, that's not blown. Right, I'm going to go connect the pump. Right, so we're all plugged back in again when I'm not being stupid. No light. Hey, power steering. Lovely job. Quickly, can I, if I still have communication or it hasn't decided to go to sleep, steering assistance. There we go. Can't focus, but all in there, that's all good. So we had a short on something that wasn't the power steering, and all I got to do is do a wiring repair on that now and get it put out the way somewhere decent, and we've got our power steering back all done. Quick short ground testing using, you know, a technical 501 bulb. Right, cheers guys, see you for the next one.